Damn, y'all, it's been a hell of a week. What's going on?
What's going on, man?
We got resident producer here. Christy. We got Taj in this bitch. We got A to the fucking J.
You already know.
I'm not even gonna let y'all intro it because it's been a week.
It's been a minute.
It's been a fucking week. I know you guys heard the diss that been going on. What's y'all takes? 1, 2, 3, go.
Man, listen, we got Kendrick up on the scorecard right now, but we need proof. We need a proof.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I need documentation on everything that he's saying. But me personally, I think this beef is stupid. It's dumb either way it goes. All the beefs that's been going on the internet is dumb. So that's my personal opinion.
Hey, that one drop that Kendrick just did, like they already played it in the clubs.
It's fire.
It's fire. Right now, like AJ said, he up.
Yeah, he up on the scorecards.
Okay, so obviously I got to go the long way around. Pause. So to the people that does not know, because I met some people that's totally oblivious to all the shit that's going on, right?
How?
This is all the internet.
Over the years, Kendrick been subliminally dissing Drake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like Drake kind of been throwing little little sneak jabs here or there, but then fast forward to the end of last year, Drake and Cole, they asked Kendrick to be on first person shooter. He said no. So they kind of like threw some jabs in the song or whatever, and they kind of said he's a part of the big three, which is them, which would have been them three. And he's like, nah, motherfuckers, I'm number one. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with Cole, but I don't fuck with Drake. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's what he said. So then he jumps on Future's and Metro's album, and he Like That. I know everybody heard Like That because they playing that shit everywhere. That shit gonna keep on going all summer long, rest of the year, shit like that. And I felt like That was good without Kendrick's verse. But with Kendrick's verse, everybody like, oh shit, like he's taking shots at everybody. And so then Drake, so then Rick Ross, which has no dog in the fucking fight. White
but
boy.
did Cole really? So everybody took a turn, I feel.
Yeah, so Cole came out with his album, his mixtape. Cole came out with his mixtape. He made a diss about everybody that was dissing, but then he recanted and like, nah, I can't let this shit.
He pulled that down.
Yeah,
I didn't get a hold of it.
I get it now because he that's a drive-by he don't want to be in.
Yeah, he made the right move.
Yeah, he made the right move. But when he made the move, we was like, yo, what the fuck? That's pussy.
Hey, that's weak.
You know what I'm saying? That's weak as shit. And so after that, after the smoke cleared, we see why Cole kind of got out. Plus him and Kendrick is cool. Yeah. Or whatever. So then Drake came out with push-ups, right? He, kind of aimed that at Rick Ross, and he kind of aimed it at, he addressed Kendrick with some shit. He kind of addressed all the 20 motherfuckers that's dissing him. Fast forward, everybody was like, oh, Kendrick got a drop. So everybody thought that Kendrick was being pussy, which he was just cooking up some shit. So I feel like they playing chess. These niggas read a lot of books.
In the studio.
They been in the studio. They read a lot of books. They been in the studio because
I saw dropping at midnight.
Yeah, they have not slept yet.
They both read The Art of War. They were at 48 Laws of Power. And so Kendrick finally drops. He drops after Push Up. He drops Euphoria. Everybody's like, whoa. And at first it was like, damn, it's kind of slow, starting off slow, but then he said some heavy shit, even talking to his daddy, his mom, you know what I'm saying? Wild. And so then Drake dropped Meet the Grams. So that shit was heavy for a whole Family Matters. And that shit was heavy for a whole 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
37 seconds.
Fire as hell.
It was fire. And then if you look at the visuals, there's a lot of I watched that shit 7 times.
The minivan.
See, that's what people seen. The minivan, they seen the shit with Push or whatever. But then I went back and listened to it 3-4 times. It's on all streaming platforms now though. And I watched the video and I watched it. He said the shit about Metro's girl.
It's crazy.
And he had a brawl in the studio for Kendrick's girl. Supposedly he had Kendrick's proposal ring or whatever like that.
Shit.
And then the girl that was supposed to be his daughter that because Kendrick kept on alluding to the fact that you got people in your camp that's feeding me this information.
Yeah.
So that's why on the Meet the Grams cover, it's shit from a briefcase that was supposedly Drake's dad's briefcase or whatever. So if you look at the video, you'll see like little sneak shit like, okay, I didn't know he was beefing with Pharrell and shit. So he had all the Pharrell shit in there. And then he had like different girls' bras. He had the engagement ring supposedly. He had the van. So that's a major thing that popped out. And I feel like he had the people that Kendrick was trying to say was feeding him information he had in the video. I can't confirm or deny that. And then if you look at towards the end, he had the girl that was supposed to be his 11-year-old daughter on the wall standing back next to the black guy. I've been paying attention to everything because the internet breaks down everything free. And so there's a lot of other shit that he addressed, but then Kendrick kept on standing 10 toes down on that he's a pedo. We can't say the whole word because I don't know if you two, but and I feel if you don't have no proof of it, and that's a serious allegation.
Thank you. And if it ain't true, you're accusing a black man of being a pedo.
White boy.
So that's what I'm saying. But he can't talk. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Some people, they made a good point. They was like, well, how you got that energy for Drake, but you don't got it for Cole? Because Cole's mom is white too.
Well,
I can see both sides because the way Cole moves is a little bit different. About, you know, how Drake moves. They were raised a little bit different. So
Drake is more sassy. Cole is more, in the cut. Cole's in the but, I feel like, hey, if you mixed, who cares? If you're white, whatever. If it's how you grew up. It's the people that you hang with. It's the people, how you do people. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be black as Wesley and still treat people like shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
but that's why I feel like this whole beef is real catty. Like it has no real substance to it. What are y'all really mad about?
It's just a petty war. That's all it is.
Yeah, but what's the point?
Well, I think that
pettiness.
I think that a lot of times when the industry does stuff, they're doing it to get off of other things that's actually going on. So I think that plays a part. There's other things that's going on in the industry, and they're
look at Lovers and Friends. That was canceled all of a sudden. Now we got rap beef for the weekend.
I said in our group chat, I think this whole beef and Diddy's behind it to distract us. That's what I'm saying.
I'll be surprised. I'll be smart. I'll be smart.
I can see that. Like the movie,
Diddy still got money. He just got ownership.
The industry still messes with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like, okay, so this might sound like a conspiracy to some people, but I know actually, that when you, let me say it in words that I won't get me straight. When you are a part of a certain cabal, you do things that are compromising. You do things because you're a gatekeeper, right? And so Diddy is a gatekeeper, and he done a lot of things that. Thing is, when they're done with you, they're done with you. That's why they start, kicking you out of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the boule. He's a part of the boule.
Repossess all your companies.
They take everything. They leave you out to dry. You know what I'm saying? And we already know Hollywood is wicked. You already know a lot of things what you got to do to get to the top. And the people that's not at the top and they probably got more talent than the people at the top. Is probably because they didn't do certain things. And I'm not saying everybody that's in the industry, but majority. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what this is. It's kind of hiding a little bit of shit that's happening in the industry and shit. Around too.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful distraction because I waited 10 years for this, y'all. Yeah. I'm all for it. I don't care.
I'm happy about it. I'm not gonna lie. The music is good right now.
The music is fire. That's the only thing I'm enjoying is the music.
Which I got the score to be
I don't care.
Which I got the score.
Trick, he got.
What's the score though? What you got it?
I say right now we're looking at 10-8 Kendrick, but if Kendrick don't bring the facts, Kendrick can drop down to -0 real quick.
That is true.
Everything he said,
only knock him down like 2 points.
No, absolutely not. It got
he go from 10 to 8. Like,
if he can't prove it, if he can't prove anything he's saying, everything's invalid. Everything he said is invalid. We can't trust this man.
Where's he gonna get this proof from?
Let's
say Drake purposely planted a source for him to find. So all of this is just he's saying somebody in your camp, but really it could have been set up for you.
Exactly.
That's what it kind of alluding to. Yeah. That's what the daughter shit. He
ain't got no paper trail, so He ain't already lost.
Well, in that case, all Kendrick points get taken from Kendrick, given to Drake. Drake played him.
Yeah, because I think like Kendrick is out rapping Drake. But Drake, if you go back and listen to Family Matters, he addressed Kanye, he addressed Rick, he addressed Future, Metro, he addressed
Metro
ASAP
away for sure.
He addressed ASAP, and it was like one or two other people he addressed. All in that is that fourth, the third verse before the last one. I mean, so it's the verse before the last one where part where he's like Rakim, that was ASAP. You get what I'm saying? He was talking about you only be relevant when your girl have a baby. Go have another baby so you can be relevant again because all you relevant is for his fashion. And then he told Kanye, just get back to, letting your girls rock the Skims and stuff like that, or whatever. And then, he said some other stuff. He told Rick Ross, you got these girls coming out driving 2 hours, you paying them 2 hours to come see you or whatever, just to, and you're a rat basically, and you're going to be
that ain't the first time somebody's called him a rat. It probably won't be the last.
Yeah. And so then obviously all the shit he said about Kendrick and shit, right? And then he said Metro...
Shut your whole ass up, make some drums.
Metro been on Twitter like a female going in, posting pictures. I'm sick of it.
So Metro, like that kind of messes up his credibility because, it's like, dog, if you so mad over this shit, like that means your girl probably did get
You're proving the point.
That's crazy.
Like if you
just let shit go.
I'm going crazy because you should never bring my family and telling lies. Okay, like you bringing up pictures that everybody's seen, and everybody's seen these pictures.
Drake
before.
And blackface, we've seen all that shit,
and everybody still decided to rock with them. Obviously, they don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So,
because first of all, it was from a play. Like that's the point that everybody keeps like missing, like glossing over. Like he was only in blackface because he was acting. It was a play. Y'all using it as like he was walking around in the streets. As a pretend black man. He is a black man. I know we split the hairs here, but he is a black man.
And the thing is like this too. The only one that really addressing shit and really coming up with shit is Kendrick. So everybody else is irrelevant. Like the Rick Ross shit is funny.
The Future shit is funny.
Future shit is cool because he made some good music. He made 2 pretty cool albums or whatever. Metro, shut your ass down. Like Drake said, keep drumming. Now you're trying to, I'm going to pay anybody that jump on this BBL, whatever.
Drake gonna mess around and hop on that beat.
Yeah, because that shit is on SoundCloud.
They gonna change one little note
Man.
And so, at this point, nobody cares if these rappers are getting cosmetic surgeries and stuff because they didn't do it. I feel it's kind of zesty, like I said, that he painted the nails and all that stuff like that. And
I think he riding the fad because the generation behind ours is into that kind of stuff. Like the dudes
That's weird.
Lil Yachty and all that.
There's a lot of dudes in New York too. Like, no offense to anybody in New York, but there's a lot of guys that I met in New York. They like paint their nails too.
Yeah, I just think he riding the wave. Like he's got to stay relevant somehow, so he's just playing the role.
Yeah,
like even with the conversations about him being a pedo and the things that he like the kids that he's been around. I think he's just riding wave. Old girl was on Stranger Things. She had been in a bunch of different movies at that point. So if you meeting Drake at that age is kind of a big deal. That's like when Justin Bieber came out. He was around Usher and Diddy, like same pretenses.
And again, I don't think nobody at this table we're not on nobody's side, but like thing is like y'all just jump because people say shit. Okay, like so if between being a pedo and grape, like that's two things that like you don't play with because like you that could tarnish somebody's character forever. So like hopefully Kendrick does have something.
He never lived down that shit with Rihanna.
Yeah.
Still can't.
Yeah.
That was the first thing brought up in Quavo's diss.
Yeah, and to address that, let's be honest. It wasn't just Chris Brown beating Rihanna's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that he should have done it the way he done it, but she was beating his ass, and she kind of started that fight. She was kind of beating his ass, but it's like one of those things. Is like if you and your boyfriend get into it, they only gonna see you and your dude that beat you, he hit you because you're not supposed to hit women. You know what I'm saying? And you know she was a big star.
We talking about petite Rihanna. We talking about little Rihanna.
And she was a star. And I'm not making any excuses for Chris or whatever the case is. But at the same time, is more to the story, and he could still never let that down. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And he never really spoke on it. She did. She aired it out, but he never really went into details on what happened that night.
He said little things, but like, you know, but she's cool with him. That's the crazy thing. You know what I'm saying?
They dated after the fact.
Yeah.
It changed his life though. Like, that's why he got on them drugs so bad. Like, the way people criticize him at any fault, like, reason why he can't be a part of the Super Bowl or reason why he can't get certain brand deals. People over criticized him. Whereas Rihanna has a whole company and people flock after her. Yeah. Like her having babies was a big fucking deal, even though she ain't really produced no music in years.
Yeah, it's 2016 to be exact. I think, or 2017.
They used him as a scapegoat.
Thank you.
There's a lot of people in the industry that did same things or maybe worse, and they still in these different rooms, you know. So
he on murals and shit, like he on t-shirts.
And it's a lot more, you know, like same thing with going back to Diddy. Is Diddy done a lot of frivolous shit, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, it is
R. Kelly.
Yeah. But I ain't trying to bring like other people in this, but like, for example, if Bill Cosby did or didn't do it, we don't have no proof, you know what I'm saying? But he can't never live that down, though.
No.
Same thing with.
It's gonna be the
Quaalude. Same thing. Same thing with like. Same thing with OJ. I mean, some people say that he did it. Some people say that he didn't. We don't know.
If I didn't know, you definitely.
He didn't do it. OJ didn't do it. In person, looked him in his eyes, and he told me in his soul, he said, "I ain't do it."
That man did it. You don't write a whole book about possibly doing it.
I think
he didn't do it.
I think that OJ. I don't have any evidence to this, so, but I think that he played that role because like it was more money in that. But I think he definitely had somebody do it, and I think he know who did it.
I think he know who did it too. He know who did it.
Yeah. Right with that. Either way, you know,
AJ rocking with OJ, he didn't do it,
y'all. We would never know, I guess, you know. But it was crazy because speaking of OJ, you know, you had the Transformers, Caitlyn, whatever the motherfucking name is, you know, saying that, good riddance, like, okay, I understand.
The 80s was a different time.
Yeah, I understand that, like, you know, just this situation with the family, and you know, but you know, you should just remain quiet.
Off each other's assholes. And shit.
Well, you said you written after OJ died or what?
Yeah, like right when OJ announced that OJ died,
he's a whole different person now. Man, you should let that go with your past life. Like, why are you doing that? Like, don't even affect your own person no more.
What correlation do you have to that?
OJ didn't play with that mangina or something. Because like he was still kind of like, you know, like don't forget your Eskimo brother. You know what I'm saying? He helped get him off the trial. I'm just saying.
To be honest,
you know.
That's crazy. He said, "Good riddance, somebody dying." That's crazy.
Yeah, because he probably knew that Chris still had love for her. You know,
I mean, you don't go at that point. Like,
not the sound effect.
It happened to Caitlyn. Like, you done changed your whole anatomy.
Man,
you couldn't go no worse than that.
Speaking of that, this ain't the podcast because I got my new podcast. My first episode dropped this week, actually. I think. In my opinion, I think they trying to make y'all women extinct.
Okay. And then what would y'all do? Not have children?
No. I don't want that. I never said that. Shit, I love y'all.
You would be sleeping with a bunch of men.
No, Pornhub is free. I don't have no problem. Beat it.
I think you got it backwards. I think there's probably a weird, quiet society of white women in a hole somewhere plotting on y'all extinction, and that's why they trying to get y'all to convert.
I actually think it's the opposite too. Yeah,
I do. I think it's the opposite because we don't need y'all, but you kind of need us. Y'all not physically capable of carrying no child for 9 months.
But y'all can't make a child without us?
Yeah. So, okay. I think
you got, all we need is a sample. What you mean?
Sample's going to run dry.
We need each other.
The wait time I'm
going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Both parties need each other.
This is, let me get to my analogy. Yeah, we both need, I actually got into not a debate the other day, but I'm going to get back to my analogy down and tell y'all the debate I got into. Mm-hmm. But, so the reason why I think that they trying to make y'all extinct, right? And women, y'all should be fighting. This is something that y'all should be fighting for right here. Is because
fight for your rights.
They trying to make the man, the Caitlyn Jenners of the world, right? Mm-hmm. You know, and be who you want to be. I have no problem with whatever you want to be, but they're trying to feminize men, and then they trying to kick y'all to the curb. They trying to put these men in y'all sports. They trying to take over y'all achievements. And if you go to like the civil rights movement, you know what I'm saying?
Hell, the transgender women won't periods. Like they won't experience periods.
They can take it. They can take it.
Because of the surgery, some of them bleed consistently, so they consider themselves a woman who comes on.
And even some of the wicked government,
that I did not
they are trying to get these kids. They're trying to get kids castrated at a young age.
Leave the kids alone.
Yeah, so they could be something else. Which, if you're a adult and you want to do that, cool. That's on you. But you trying to, allow kids to make decisions. The kids don't even know what they want to be in their life. My son changed every year what he want to do in his life. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a truck driver. I want to do what you do. I want to do this. I want to do that. Okay, cool. All right. And so, like, let's be honest. Like, look at the colleges. Half the kids in college don't even know. They go to college for the stupidest shit. The first 3 years of college is a waste. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what they want to be. What are you majoring in, little Timmy? Oh, I'm majoring in English and okay. No. What are you really majoring in? Physical education? No. What are you spending is $150,000 on? Physical education. Oh, okay. I got it. Don't even worry.
You're gonna be a PE teacher.
Best you gonna be a PE fucking teacher.
$45,000. That's all you gonna be.
Now,
what's wrong with that?
And hey man, and now shit, 45,000. That can't even. You can't even live in one of these.
She said ain't nothing wrong with that. There's something wrong with that if you only get paid $45,000, but you spent $150,000 per year. So you got all that debt to pay.
The math don't math.
And then you can't pay your rent, and you can't barely pay your car note. And you walk into school, you a PE teacher, so you pay. So you good.
You go jog.
You can jog in school.
But
got that going for you.
At the end of the day, like I think if y'all always fighting for dumb shit, this should be the shit that y'all fight for.
I feel like we got to fight to leave the kids alone. Y'all can be retards all y'all want. Leave the kids alone, y'all.
Change your body how you may.
Yeah, if you want to, like I said, if you want to transform, after actually it really should be 21. Because 18 you still kind of dumb in the head.
I agree.
I agree with but you're, and so
I wouldn't say dumb. I just think it should take more than a year of therapy. I think you should really spend time like digging deeper into those emotions before you make that transition.
Because you see all these kids that
it's not even kids. I'm watching adults that have made the transition and now regret it.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
To be what they were.
They can't have kids. They can't do that. Can't do this.
You've changed your anatomy. Like,
that's crazy. How much does it cost to do all this? Like to change everything?
Thousands of dollars.
Really?
Yeah.
More than a BBL.
Way more than a BBL.
I mean, they put just women through hell just trying to get certain surgeries for their own stuff, and make them, some women don't want to have kids and they're like, okay, I want to get a hysterectomy or whatever. They make you go through hell just to get that.
Like years. It's like you got to be a certain age.
Exactly. So it's like, it's still like,
before the age of 25.
That's crazy.
Same thing with men. Y'all can't get a vasectomy before the age of 25.
Yeah. I can get one in Tijuana. You good?
Dick might not get up now.
No, but some of these people don't properly. Like they go through the surgery, and I'm not like I don't do what you do with your body. I'm very happy with the body that the Lord gave me. But if you decide to go down that road, like there's a high percentage of it not going well and being successful. So you spend most of your time being sick, physically sick. You need more surgeries. You need more medications. Like ain't nobody trying to live like that.
Yeah, I hear about that one chick. She was out here in a couple other states. I can't remember the other state. She was doing the teeth implants, charging people for
Oh,
their
yeah.
teeth. Yeah.
The veneers or what?
Yeah.
Oh, the veneer tech?
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw that video too.
That shit is weird. That shit is wild. Like
people's teeth falling out.
And for y'all to go to somebody that ain't a dentist, you stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, mad dumb. Y'all ain't doing no X-rays, no nothing.
Yeah.
Y'all put a lot of trust in these people.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
You know, I could see if you go to somebody for like maybe like a tattoo or something like that. Like, you know, there's a lot of people that want, you know, that want
I need a license.
You know, there's a lot of people that went to the, you know, that went to jail and got that tattoo.
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
No, I'm not saying that. I would do it, but
I'm damn sure not get one in jail.
or everybody didn't have one of those homies that like, hey, I got you, and they do the tattoo for free.
Yeah, that was all the stupid shit y'all did as kids.
Yeah, for real.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Only time I'm going to somebody's house if I'm getting a haircut. That's it. Any other procedure, we going to the doctor.
For me, depending on the tattoo artist, like if they got their shit together, like, you know what I'm saying, like, and they, like, for example, like I met she was a dope. She used to tattoo the Saint Lunatics, right? And I went the first tattoo I got by her. I went to the shop, and I was like, "Yo, man, this is some steep ass price." I remember I was like 19. She's like, "Hey, well, I got my whole house set up as a studio. If you want to come here, I'm like, all right, cool." Now, if it's something like that, somebody that their work speaks for themselves.
Yeah.
Like if it's like something minor, cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if it's something major like a BBL,
Garbage as hell.
Like if it's something, it's like a BBL or fucking, you know, somebody
anything that revolves needles, knives, and putting it in my body, I'm not going to no stranger.
You gotta open up your body. Yeah.
I'm not even going to like at-home nutritionist. I need to see some kind of certification.
If you don't got the shirt, like yeah.
Absolutely not. That's crazy. Y'all crazy out there, man.
Take the wrong protein powder. Now I'm dying. I'm good. No.
They're gonna give us some prenatals. We're gonna be
crushed up prenatals.
What about shut up? How y'all go to the weed man?
I trust
He was my boy, you know, do our thing, whatever. And like he was like, man, shit, man, you know, I gotta get mine too. So I'm like, nigga, like you skimping them, like they gonna notice. Nah, these motherfuckers ain't know. They some goofies. They don't notice. I'm like,
that's why I buy from the dispensaries now.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a weed man since I was in college.
Is the weed man still a thing? Like,
yeah.
Some of them, yeah.
Some of them still doing their thing.
But dispensaries is like McDonald's now, so it's more easier to just go to the corner store or the dispensary.
But some of that dispensary shit, it'd be like a lot of like chemicals. It's like going to McDonald's, getting on like, you know, getting all these chemicals.
That's why I said it.
Yeah. I want, if I'm gonna do some shit, I want some grown, you know, like some shit.
I want to know the
they got the pop-ups now too, like the little pop-up shops.
Oh yeah, the dude from Vegas Scoop, you know, Franze, you know, running the show. He be doing that shit. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of weed. But you gotta see the Amanda Seals interview. This is gonna go into a deeper topic. So let's put our serious caps on. Everybody, serious cap.
I'm saying.
You don't know about the serious hour.
Like Legos.
Your take.
I don't like Amanda Seales. I've never liked her. Her take on everything is so interpersonal. She thinks she knows every fucking thing. Like, she don't care if you could have a whole PhD, you've studied this shit through and through, she know more than you. I think the potential in her to be like a strong Black leader for us is there, but she would have to change a lot about who she is. And she's not one to listen to criticism. She's not one to, at least to me, at her big age, she hasn't come off as like the type of woman that would make changes to who she is on a day-to-day. She's not a people pleaser, which is cool. A lot of people shouldn't be people pleasers, but at the same time, if the only person that you pleasing is yourself, it has repercussions. I think everything that she's ever worked on and she's gotten kicked off of, fired off of, is rightfully so. You have too big of an opinion. You forget that there are other people in the room that also have an opinion. And again, she's not good with criticism. So even if they did have like a mutual feedback, she's not hearing it. She don't give a fuck. And it's on any topic. Her, the world, politics, it don't matter. Her opinion is the opinion.
Yeah. For me, I'm biased. I accidentally read the comments before I even knew who this person was. So, but it's like I didn't know nothing about old girl, but I just want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. But listen to the clips you sent us, listen to the actual podcast. I was like, she annoying. Like, she don't want to be wrong. Like, she just like, Shannon didn't do nothing wrong. Everybody's talking about how Shannon actually did a good job. He treated her exactly the same. Mm-hmm. And she just didn't like that he didn't agree with her pretty much. So I was like, she's just one of those girls that you just I don't got time for you right now. I just don't want to deal with you right now because I know you're going to be on some BS. You know?
The biggest issue I had with that interview is when she brought up the fact that she had Asperger's or autism, something on the spectrum. And then he asked her, were you diagnosed? And she beat it around the bush. And then her counterpoint, the back interview behind it, or the little post that she made behind it was, I shouldn't have to explain myself to people. If you're telling people publicly you have, that's like me saying I got cancer. Mm-hmm. And then how do you know you have cancer? Have you been diagnosed with cancer? No, I know I have cancer. If you're just saying it and you have no diagnosis, then you making up shit as you go, and you're trying to find an excuse. Yeah, you're trying to find an excuse for bad behavior.
But I noticed she got offended when he asked her the question. Like, how you getting offended? Somebody's asking you a question. It's like it's one of y'all asked me a question, I just pop off because I don't got an answer for it. You know why? Because I ain't thinking through. Because I just want you to agree with me. I don't want you to question me. I just want you to agree with me. You know what I mean? So it was weird. I feel like
Shay did not get to answer a lot of them questions in general, or ask a lot of questions in general, because she would just take one topic and then veer off into all this other shit. And it's like, we get it. You feel like you've been given a bad hand, but have you? And have you listened to some of the shit that you've been involved in, even from like her talking about her college friends and how they just all from the jump didn't like her? Like, how do you know that? Did you have a conversation with them? And if they had a preconceived notion about you, maybe you need to explore what's going on with you. I just not a fan.
I'm ready to give her another chance.
Hey, I agree with y'all. I feel like she could be a little defensive and respond a little emotionally sometimes instead of just like listening to what the person is saying. She's just ready to respond with a rebuttal. So that's my biggest, critique with her is sometimes she's just a little bit, argumentative and like she feels like people are attacking her. Not everyone's attacking you. They might just be asking you a simple question, so.
In any dynamic.
Exactly.
Like, even when she was on The View and they were all having the same conversation, she took anything as a shot.
Yep.
It's like I'm literally asking a genuine question because I don't know. And all of a sudden, 2 minutes later, we in an argument. How do we get here? Like, bruh.
Taking everything to offense.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Y'all really want to hear my opinion?
Go ahead. Let's hear it. Hold on,
She's your Candace Owens.
Nah. Seatbelt on.
I like Candace Owens.
I know. That's what I said.
Here's the thing with her. I'm going to tell you something. You know what a woman's kryptonite is? Fucking accountability. and so I've seen when I watched the interviews and when I watched it from her before the interview and when I watched her put her little post up or whatever, she wasn't accountable for shit that she done. Like it was always everybody else's fault. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that tells me that you come from a place of privilege, it might not be monetarily privileged, but a place of privilege where everybody like kind of kisses your ass or like lets you get away with shit. You don't have no friends to check you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no true friends that's like, yo, you gotta chill the fuck out. Yeah. Or you don't got no dude that be like, nah.
If she does, she gonna get rid of him. Like, I feel like that's her mindset.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I've been saying this for the longest. Women need strong leadership. When she took shots at the dudes that she was with, they're all benefiting off of her, supposedly. You know what I'm saying? I can't confirm or deny that because she'll say this and then she'll take shots. And then I'm like, well, why was you with him then?
The crazy part is none of these men had come out and been like, I was with her, and that's not how I feel. Like, they all hiding in the background.
Shout out Bodie James. I was like, come on, man. Like, why are you putting this man, and then, other people as well. And I'm like, dude, like, it's from your childhood to your college time to every fucking career that you had, to anything, to relationships.
Yeah.
It was never your fucking fault. And that's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
And me personally, I can't be friends like that. So I wanted to ask y'all, when's the right time to cut somebody off?
When they
like a friend.
Hey, don't listen to me because the way I be cutting people off.
I'll be like, I'm gonna stop you right there.
For me, it just depends on the relationship, right? Like, if for somebody that I can know for like a few months to a year, I can cut you off no problem. I can move on with my life. Even somebody I've probably met in like the last couple of years, like we don't really talk like that. We don't really communicate. And if every time we do is a problem or an issue, I'm cool. But like being like, I've had friendships that have lasted well over 2 decades. So for me, like say it's one of those kind of people, I don't know how long to like hold on to that relationship. Obviously, I feel like when it comes to like those type of relationships, there's distances. Like you can love somebody from afar. We ain't got to see each other every day. But to like completely cut them off and close the door, I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
I thought you meant like cut the conversation off.
I
know you meant like. Say they just always too negative. Like they can't learn or grow. If they can't learn or grow, but you always keep telling them something, like you in a conversation, like yo, like you ain't always have to be this way. I ought to be that way. You always have to be popping off, and they just always like that every single time you see him. All right, I ain't got time for you. Yeah,
yelling,
you just popping off
like everywhere you go. Ain't never a good time. You always got your face up about something. Like ain't nobody want to hang out with you.
Yeah, I got a friend that she's always like, I wish she would say. I'm like, why you gotta be there right now? We literally at IHOP.
Why are you always gonna say it?
Yeah, like bro, I can't eat my pancakes and peace around you. Yeah, so she almost got cut up. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, it's those people that you just outgrow. You know, sometimes it's not even a big argument. Sometimes it's like, okay, you're not adding anything to my life. It might not even be a negative thing, you know. Maybe they're just in this place and you're not there no more. And if you're in that place with them, it's just going to bring you down. So sometimes you just got to leave people where they're at and, you know,
hope for the
case
best.
by case situation, you know.
Yeah.
I had 2 major situations I had to cut people off, like long-term friends, right? Like, because short-term friends, I just like, whatever, I'm stop talking to them, whatever. Long-term friends, I just friend, them 2 knew who this particular friend is. They used to call him Midnight.
Oh,
They call him Crunch Bar, Black Panther.
Group of people.
And so, you know, like it was sometimes with friendship, you outgrow that friendship. So like me, like I figure, if I'm elevating and my friends is not elevating, like that's what keep you down. And so like, you know, I could chuck the deuces to you from afar, but I can't be around you because that's cancerous, you know? And then the second one, this might be controversial, but I don't give a fuck. When you put your significant other at this pedestal that you put it, like not in front of a friendship, but you put that significant other before you put yourself in front of yourself. So for example, like you got this, let's say y'all 2 date, right? They're not dating, but let's say let's say them into they're dating, and AJ's putting Taj is like in front of he's just putting Taj in front of everything that he does, and then he's basically like fuck the friendship. He stopped showing up for the.
I already know how tragic that would be.
Yeah, that was. He said fuck the friendship. Fuck me. Actually, you know what? Fuck me, because like I'm putting her in front of me, and we talked about this on the last shit. It should be never a time when you put somebody in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Because if
your friends, I honestly feel.
I think like it's a place, right? So you got your friends, because like now, especially at this point in time in our life, they're your friends or like your family.
That's what I'm saying. Like friends is typically the family you choose.
Now, of course, like so, for example, like when it comes down to doing stuff, of course, you know, your significant other is going to have, you know, the upper hand. But when you completely cut off your people, because that goes back to that, like the man need man to talk to, women need women to talk to, whatever the case may be. That goes to the friendship. You can't always talk to your significant other about everything. And so you start cutting off your friends. And then like once that significant other, let's say that significant other does something and you put this person so far on you and you lost yourself, then everything tends to crumble after that. And then how could you repair the friendship when you let everything crumble? It's like trying to rebuild the house. If you let this house get asbestos and everything just fucking start coming down and shit after a while, you know, it's nothing. You have to rebuild that. And it's hard rebuilding this shit when you already fucked up shit.
You know clean slate. Yeah.
If you let somebody get in front of your friendships, and to me, it depends on the friendship, right? Like long term, anybody that came before you should always come before you. And that's just how I see it. Like my family was here before y'all, so they're going to come before you. My friends have 9 times out of 10 been there before you, so they're going to be there after you, before you, during you, all that good shit. So to put your significant other in any kind of pretenses above anybody that's already been in your camp, yeah, there is no going back as far as us being friends. Like, you have already let me know where you stand. This person is more important to you, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like you said, there's nothing negative about walking away from situations that don't feel right on either side. But there, to me, is no repairing it once it's over either. Yeah. I can't trust you. You already made it clear if you get involved with somebody that you're going to put their needs over yourself, our friendship, whatever. Nobody wants to be with that or around that kind of person. You're too iffy.
And that's the thing too. Like, for example, like, so this is like a perfect analogy that I'm about to use because it happens a lot. So let's say, you know, the man has his mom and he has his woman. Now, for me, like, I put in certain areas, I put my woman before my mom, right? In certain areas, I put my mom in this, but in any situation, it should never be where the people are
beefing about it.
Beefing. Like, my mom knows her place, my woman knows her place, but they know how to get along. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with my sisters. My sisters know their place, and you know, my woman would know her place, but they could, you know, operate in the same room. It shouldn't be no beef because that's where you got to check all that shit at the door. You know, especially as a man, you gotta lay the foundation and lead in that foundation. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, you might put this person above other people, but it shouldn't be like they're going against each other like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be, okay, this is my house. I do for my household, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not just going to completely neglect you or do this with y'all. No, it don't work like that. You know, with me at least. You know what I'm saying? So if you start doing that and then you start losing yourself, once you lose yourself and you lose the people that's supposed to be a part of your corner, and it's going to be a hard time trying to get that shit back. And
I don't think you can.
And that's the worst thing for a man, is when a man loses himself. Sometimes a woman, she could pick herself. It's going to take a long time because she got that wall up. You know what I'm saying? She got to rebuild. She got to talk to people. She got to rebuild confidence, stuff like that. But once a man loses himself, he's done. Like, have you ever seen a broken man? Yeah. Like, he never comes back from that shit. Like,
it's like only in the movies.
You build yourself up, you know what I'm saying? As the man, like, because that's how you lead, right? In some aspects of life. But you so broken and you so down that, like, life just passes you by, and that's the worst thing that can happen for a man. And life passes them by.
Picturing a dude in a room, like, laying on the bed, dragging his fingers and shit, crying. The instinct gone, like. So sad.
Laying on the bed with no fucking got the foundation. Got the mattress on the floor.
No box spring.
You know, that's the worst thing. You don't want to be like 50 years old, like fucking and broke. You know what I'm saying? Broken and shit. You know. And
life pass you by. That's
okay.
That's crazy.
On to that. So I've been seeing a lot of memes where they put the draft up and they put like, oh, all these athletes. You know, have white women or whatever the case is, or whatever. You know, AJ said a good point, but I want to hear what y'all think.
I think
have you guys seen the meme?
Yeah, I've seen the memes. I think it's over publicized that there's black men dating white women as they getting drafted. I think it's just more hyper focused. I wouldn't say that it's all of them, because I think some of them don't date and most of them do date and or married to black women. So I think it's just over personified that it's more in your face. Like the media knows what the fuck it's doing. Yeah. And I think it triggers, especially as a black woman, I think it triggers some part of us because it always feels like when it comes to like status of women, we always feel like we're at the bottom. Black women are viewed as combative, harsh, aggressive. There's some of us that are more viewed as loving, but typically that's equivalent to being overweight, obese, that's somebody's big mama, and elderly. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not the most. For most men, like we're talking outside of the internet, yeah, I think most men would desire a black woman. But if we're talking about what's put in front of us media-wise, yeah, black women are always shunned. We're always looked at as beneath. So when we see a white woman sitting on a couch with a man who's about to come into a lot of money, a lot of power, or whatever the case may be, it triggers some part of us because it always makes us feel like we're not good enough. Why aren't we meeting the standard? Why don't we see us more in those kind of positions than we do see the little preppy white girls? I think that's how it's pushed to us. Do I feel that way? Honestly, no. Like I get how media runs and I get like how what's being, hyper focused, what's being brought to me, but I can't say every black woman sees it that way because you read the comments, right? And the same thing if this was roles reversed, if this is a black woman with a white woman, we would get torn down on the internet. The internet would eat us up, essentially. Like, for a minute there, even when Serena Williams came out with her husband, it was like people felt some kind of way. Even with Sierra, who's with a half black, apologies, I don't know his whole race, but even there was issues with that. Like, we see a black woman with a white man or somebody not of black skin or black culture or whatever the case may be, we shun her. Whereas we praise black men for sitting at a couch with a white woman. And, somebody said this to me, like 9 times out of 10, the relationships don't last. So it's like, y'all throwing it in their face for what? Russell Williams, for example, was with a white woman when he first got drafted. That was all over the internet. They brought that shit back up. Yeah, they brought that shit back up. How he all on the phone, he screaming, he talking to people and shit, and she all in his face. And now that was his wife, right? And then now they not together and he with Sierra. I think it's just over publicized.
That's interesting. I feel like the point what you said, if we see let's say a white college quarterback, right? So they say he's number 1 in the draft next year. He has a black girl on his shoulder. I think as black men, we're going to be like, all right, boy, I see you. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be black different versus the other way around. But I'll read exactly what I put in the text. I said, I personally don't like white women. but that's why y'all never see me with y'all will never see me with a white woman. Ain't got nothing to do with race. It's just I just won't ever see me with a white woman. I'm white myself. Look at my skin color. But I personally don't like white women.
Is that a fear?
No, honestly, I didn't get to do my text yet. But honestly, I just don't like. I think the culture is different.
It's a cultural thing.
Yeah, it's just a preference. Culture different. The only like white woman, like I said, it's not skin color that I will get with is if she's super country. I'm assuming like super duper country, like from Tennessee, Alabama type thing.
She fries fried chicken.
She can fry some fried chicken and like she got that accent. Like she say down yonder or something like that.
Really specific.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me like they have a legit fear of being with a white woman just because of like allegations and shit like that. Like think about the black dude that was murdered by his white girlfriend, and come to find out it was really her parents.
Yeah,
like she was beating on him, and then she calls the police and makes it seem like he beat her, which. If you see the video, he never touched her. She's like going in, beating his ass in the elevator, and he never put a hand on her. So I had somebody literally tell me, like, I would never be with one just because I'm afraid of them, essentially. Like, they could turn my life upside down. We could have sex one night thinking like we just having a regular night of sex, and then she go home the next day, call, the police, and now I'm in jail for something that was mutual or consensual. So... yeah, it's a real life fear.
That's 1,000% true though, because I think it was Remember the Titans, the movie, the football movie.
Remember the Titans.
No, okay. I don't know if that was a movie, another movie. There was a scene where some dude was in the room with the white girl. Her dad bust through. They was having consensual sex. And
that wasn't like that. Remember the Titans.
It was okay. She was like, "Yeah, Daddy, he's XYZ and me, whatever." He had to jump out the window. I was when I was a kid. My mom looked at me. My mom looked at me. My brother said, "See, that's why messing the white woman." And like I was like, "That's crazy." But pretty much what I was saying to my sex was like, I don't really care about that. But it's like people, y'all low key racist. Like it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine to be low key racist. All of us is low key racist. Like you know what I'm saying. But don't go out of hatred for somebody's skin color.
I don't do it. Yeah, you do you. I don't do it.
Y'all do what y'all got to do. Like I said, if you country, come holler at me. But if you just a regular Becky, I just don't see the appeal. Like. Saying outside, I like Latinas, so I don't like black women or white women. It's not a skin color thing. It's just I got a preference.
I agree with you. It's a cultural thing. So like I dated a couple white boys, it didn't sit right with me because it's a cultural thing. Like there's some things that you just won't get. Yeah, and it's hard to explain.
Why do y'all care so much?
To clear up, AJ goes through phases. Like I remember he had his hood rat phase where he was like AJ was like,
you should have seen.
He wasn't the regular black girls. They had to be a hood rat.
Toxic.
He was overcompensating.
He definitely went for the Martin Luther King hose. You know what I'm saying?
I had me a toxic then.
They was past that. They was holding the weight.
Big old ugly fake golden earrings. They used to wear the ears like down here.
Yeah. Turning green and shit.
Man, if your ears wasn't green, you didn't buy your earrings from the spot meet, I ain't want you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He quickly got out that phase. He's like, what the fuck is up with AJ?
Yeah. I got to high school. I met my first Mexican girlfriend. I said, oh, this is what we doing over here?
Change the swirl. Like, he is like, this is it now.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Where we at?
Quick, what about you? What's your take, Chris?
I'm not gonna lie. So I agree with you, like 100%. A lot of it is a narrative. I feel like that's pushed constantly with that. They try to like get under our skin with that. I think. Another thing is, I think it's these spaces that they're in. Let's look at the colleges that they go to. These aren't, black colleges. Let's be real. Like, shoot, I went to Boise State. It was a pretty white school, So I mean,
that's all you got.
That's all they had around them. So like, and that's like everyone. You're gonna date around you. So. I mean, it is what it is. I don't really have an issue with it. Like you said, I feel like it's blown out of proportion. There's a lot of athletes that are dating within the race and, doing their thing. They might just be not publicized or whatever. Might not be in the media as much. So,
and let's be honest, like as a man that, been around Baskin Robbins, I'm just saying Baskin Robbins, all 32 flavors, right?
Worse than me.
At least
like I could say that every fucking race is crazy. Like every race. Like black women got their own kind of craziness. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna go to pockets with you. They're gonna test your manhood. They're gonna, they're gonna try to bring you, you know what I'm saying? White women, they gonna hit you where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Asian women, they gonna extort your ass. Hispanic women, they're fucking more crazy. They're super crazy. They gonna try
to 10 women in each race and then come back to that same conversation.
It's gonna be true.
Yeah.
Hispanic women, they'll put you in jail. They go to jail with you.
No, not what I've seen what they'll do, like luckily I never really had all that happen to me, but I've seen what they're capable of, or I've seen what they done to their previous exes and shit. I feel like shit, if you want to get crazy, go with it, fuck with a Dominican woman. Shit.
Absolutely not.
Ooh, they'll fucking burn your car, cut you up, all kinds of stuff.
Black and Hispanic.
So even if you didn't date them, go ahead and do it.
Like growing up on the West Coast in California, like I just, had the open experience, you know what I'm saying? I think like what Chrissy said, like is there, let's be honest, I'm gonna stop bullshit. A lot of times in college, black girls or women of the same race of those athletes, they're not paying them no attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, coming from an athlete, they're not paying them no attention until they get on. You know what I'm saying? They're more so worried about being an Instagram model, fucking chasing trends and shit like that. And I'm not just singling out black women, but a lot of times
you should categorize all black women in that.
No, I'm not singling out black women. I'm saying like women of each race. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, like the reason why, like she said, the reason why a lot of the athletes go to maybe white girls, which is not as big as, like you guys said, as they try to make it seem, but a lot is because those would be the ones that be right there. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times, women of other races don't give these guys the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Until later. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying?
Piggyback on that. Some of these, let's say white girls, they're dating these guys. They're not necessarily their type, but they know like that's that ticket.
That's gonna pay off.
A lot of times, some of them, they go to college and this is something that they're looking for. Whereas people of other races, not all women, but people of different races may not be looking for that. They're just looking at like, okay, let me get my education, whatever. Whereas, another group of people, whatever race might be like, look, I'm trying to get on.
Popping dude. Let's be honest. They're looking for the most popping guy and they feel like, oh, this guy too nerdy or this guy's a geek or this guy's a goofy. They're not fucking with him. And that's what happens a lot of times. And so most of these guys, if you pay attention, it'd be like their first or second girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like because like they not too vastly experienced, with girls because like college is just like, especially a college athlete is school, workout, party a little bit, but it's like okay, like I'm getting the first one who gets to me rather than. Like trying to go find somebody. I'm getting like the first one is giving me some play. I'm going to because like they're the ones that's interested in me. I'm not chasing because I don't have time to chase. You know what I'm saying? Like so that's a lot of times what happens.
Time or too, like you said, nervous. Like
I had girls
the experience.
I had girls to tell me like you look like you only date white girls. I said, baby.
I don't think I've ever seen you with a white girl.
Yeah. I said, baby, I don't discriminate. Is it? This D don't discriminate, baby. And so
clearly.
Yeah, so but Hey, I'm for whatever makes you happy. If whoever makes you happy, then that makes you happy. Shit, fuck it. Like, why are we worried about other people? Worry about yourself.
Exactly.
Don't fix yourself.
100%.
Go think about you first. You know what I'm saying?
And to be honest, man, to piggyback off what you said, a lot of people be taking it negatively. Honestly, it's a positive thing because when I started liking different races, it was more of something different. You know what I mean? Because like when me and you met, we kicked it off immediately because we seemed like we knew each other forever. You know why? Because most black men are around other black girls their whole entire life. So like I can't connect with a black girl like the same way more romantically as I can connect with another race because you immediately my sister, you immediately like my cousin, you immediately like, you know what I'm saying? We connect on a whole different level where it's like all genuine to the point where I can't look at you like that right now. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole bunch of homegirls like that. I look at them like they're my sisters because they act just like my sister. So it's like
you don't be telling them that though.
Yeah, I just for me it's just like, I love everybody. Like as long as they love me and they're willing to put up with me, then you know what I'm saying, I'm down for it. You know what I'm saying? As long as they could do the things that I need and I could try to fulfill their needs and we good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. If you look good and you got a fat ass and you fucking you got a good mind, we cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't really stress too much. I mean, I'm dating a black man now, but in general, like I never really was particular about like what the race was. Like I'm attracted to whatever it is that I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
So, do I prefer? Yes.
I feel like skin color doesn't matter at all. It's more of like culture, and like you said,
it's more of a culture.
It's a culture thing for sure.
Because personally, I want to marry a Polynesian woman. I want to marry a Samoan woman because they family's crazy. I like the whole yelling in the food and all that stuff.
Not the yelling.
Stop coming in this studio bitching about people wanting to yell and scream and
I
shit.
like that.
And you talk about I want to sign up for it. Like where do I go?
The family events, you know how they be in the tiki things. You know,
I can see you out there.
I'm experiencing this area too. Like the Polynesians throw the best parties.
Exactly.
Their parties don't stop.
I don't care what color they are.
Yeah, their parties don't fucking stop. They got 24-hour parties and shit.
Yeah.
And they got the best food.
They have a whole pig come out.
Got the best food.
I don't eat swine, but like everything else, like they'll make sure you fed and drunk.
It's the presentation that matters.
Anything y'all want to get off your chest before we get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, we need to do more of this.
Oh yes, we do.
Yeah, in this space, right?
Yeah, like
okay.
Yeah, I'm saying do more in general.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, man.
More.
Maybe we got motherfucker at work 100 jobs. Then AJ MIA for
my bad.
I told you 1,000 times. All you got to do is get a calendar together at least a month in advance.
Hey, did you see the calendar that I sent you guys?
Yeah.
You said one invite
because you're going out of town at the end of the month.
No, I'm not.
You're going to fucking what you call it?
I was, but I told you I'm grinding it out to the end of the summer.
Okay. Well,
that's changed. All right, perfect. Chris, you heard that. You're my witness. All right. I ain't going nowhere. What about you?
Hey, I'm free. All
right, cool.
You're going to be the first person to flake, aren't you?
All right, don't do that.
It was almost 9 years late.
Why are you doing this in front of the people?
So we come out with an R&B album. We will have a show at the end of the year. And I'm not playing with you motherfuckers. I better show up and show out. I got an R&B album. What a time is going to have. Christy's going to be one of the executive producers. We're going to have some fun with that. We going live at the end of the show, so I want y'all to buy tickets, and it's gonna be a whole concert. I'll tell y'all later on when it gets closer because I know y'all got short-term memory. Shout out to shit.
All that weed.
Yeah, shout out to shit. Shout out to shit.
Oh, Tune Into Opinion every Wednesday, and then at Taj Wilder.
Oh, and for her co-host, don't hate us that we got your co-host. All right.
She is on vacation. I'm a
Okay, cool.
Christy Beats everywhere, expect new music. We got something new coming, so just be ready.
That's Elevated One Network _ follows on Instagram as well. I mean Instagram and YouTube. And then I got Standout University coming this week. We out.